all of the applicants for the teaching capacities, merely because we have quite a few. We may also resort to putting this out, and we really haven't sought applications. We just have them. But we will very quickly here be putting something online with some of the local universities, posting this to continue to seek out the best that we can possibly find. And that's the agenda. So would-be staff members, teachers, we are looking at a time frame of this month of May, calling, letting you know that we're setting up interviews and trying to process all of that within the month of May to allow you. Okay, now I'm getting another sign. Thank you, back there. All right. Now, this form. Each of you should walk out this evening with this form. If you refer to that, I'm going to very quickly and diplomatically tell you what's needed. This is a form that we would like for you to use, the bottom section thereof, cut it off or tear it off, and you fill this in. And you're going to be, if you've received that initial enrollment and that intent to enroll and you got your letter and we're pretty sure you're coming our direction, we need to start requesting your school's records, your child's records from your transitioning schools, okay? Now, this could be a little bit of a long process because it does take time, it really does, and so we need to be very judicious to make sure this happens. What you'll do is, if it was me, I would cut off the top and put it on my refrigerator. You seem to find things on your refrigerator, and it tells you what you need. You need, just so parents know, if your child is involved in any sort of special education, the last IEP that was active in the school, so that we would have the record, so that when school starts, we can automatically begin serving your child adequately as per state and federal mandates. We have to have these kind of informational pieces to ensure the stability and the transition mode. The second thing, the birth certificate. The child must be 5 prior to August the 12th. Otherwise, receive testing to receive a waiver from the school leader. So if you have a specific need there and you need to discuss that with me, I will certainly make myself available and we can talk individually about that. Student social security card, student immunization record, student health records. Please submit an unofficial school transcript if possible until official records can be obtained. Also, you must complete the registration form. You must complete the home language survey form, and we will provide you with that on registration day. Okay, now, you would cut off the bottom part, and let's say that sometime this week you decide to go over to your child's school. And I'm talking whether it's Marian schools or whether it's anywhere, wherever that may be. You will put down the date that you're requesting this from the school. You will put down the name of your child or your children. I would also recommend possibly put down their date of birth or an identifying qualifier there. And also you will put your signature as the parent and or guardian, okay? That half sheet then could be given to your school, all right? The school that your child is attending. This is also notice to them that you are moving your child's educational needs from their location to the Faulkner Academy. Now, they will not, and this, good practice is that the school transfers the records to the next school. Because if they start giving out records to individuals, I can tell you that things will get lost in the shuffle. And that is just good policy to do it this way. Now, I can also tell you that for whatever reason, Marian's structure is set up this way. Marian High School serves as the clearinghouse for all records. That includes elementary records as well. And I do know that it does take time after Marian High School receives those records to do some semblance of processing. Okay, so it's not as though you can walk in and just literally get this and then be on your way. It doesn't happen that way. Logistics just don't happen that way. But if it were me, I would sign this and take it in as soon as possible because we're trying to get all of these records over to the academy, and we're going to kind of crunch our time a little and say by the end of this month, May 30th. May 30th is the last day, at least in Marion Community Schools, for students. That's a Friday. And if we can just say this is what, May the 6th, we're going to start making these requests. And that way they will forward the records we trust to the high school. The high school will then do their processing, whatever that entails, and then will relinquish those records to us. That's what we're hoping will happen. And we trust it will. We just have to be patient, and they're very hard pressed, as all schools are. We do know that. So, May the 30th is what we're trying to get to on this. I would put the date that I took this in and kind of jot that same date up here, so that when you send it in, you know, okay, on May the 12th, I requested my records. Okay, I got that piece taken care of for the academy. Now it might be a little waiting game. So we're going to be very diplomatic and make the request and trust that we can get everything in and take it care of. So that explains that piece of paper. Trying to think of other things that, and board members help me out back there if there's something I'm probably forgetting. We are still taking enrollment on grades K, 1 and 2, but as we speak, I think this evening we probably got some more. Okay? So, yes?
This is the health records. Last year when we enrolled in kindergarten, there was a form for health records. Are you going to have an actual form you fill out for health records, or how do you want us to submit health records to you? And what do you want as far as health records?
Okay. Is there any kind of health record a form that we'll be using for health records is her question. I'm not.
Yeah, we'll have that. But if you have one currently at a school, just get a copy of that and bring that, and we will have records here.
I'm thinking that everything that your child has either been through health-wise or any other way, that's the purpose of the ACUME file. It's an accumulation of, through the years, where they've been and where they're going, and what their educational and health needs are. That's what the purpose of it, that's why it's so pivotal. That's why they do not let that out of their hands, because you would not want all of those records lost. We can't afford to have that with any child. Let's say that for some reason, after they finish with the academy, we will once again, after our work has concluded here, we will then relinquish records to whatever school requests. I mean, it's a reciprocity. We work together on this. And so, in answer to that question, I would assume that that form that you've already, it's all in there. It's in there. Okay? Are there, yes?
On the classes or production classes of K through 2,
Right.
they'll have 22 in each class. So when they move to third grade, what will happen is there'll be 2 first grade class, 2 fourth grade class. How will that work?
At this point in time, we're trying to project the needs of that, but we can't really answer that at this point, because it looks like if we retain and we continue to grow at the lower ranks, then we're going to, have to, with time, grow a little bit. Now, the reason that we went the lower grades was because we'd have a chance to get these kids young and train them all the way through, K all the way up. And so that's why we went that direction.
There is room here to go keep classes.
Right now, just for the K,
Yeah.
1 and 2. Right. Yes.